Hey folks, this is Lance McBrayer, the Lance McBrayer Lab, and as promised, I'm giving you a video every day, whether it's on YouTube or if I go live with a social media platform. I'm promising to do that. Not only to you am I promising it, but to myself as well. Anyway, I had a super long day and I'm just finishing up my jump rope routine. It's about like 10:30, 11 o'clock at nighttime, but that's another promise I've done to myself, is just to still get it in despite, whatever is happening and going on in my life, which is always something, sometimes really crazy, but that's how life is. I'm sure you feel the same way. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was something that I've heard from Wayne Dyer. You might be familiar with him or not. But he has a lot of great things to say, and one thing that he talked about that I'm going to talk to you about this evening is you can't give what you don't have. Duh. I know, right? It seems super obvious and maybe even ridiculous a little bit to even mention it. However, even though it's so obvious, a lot of times we try to do exactly that. Give something that we don't have. As an example, he actually talks about if he had oranges and he told you he was going to give you a dozen of oranges. How could I or anyone give them to you unless I go and pick them from the Grove or get them from Whole Foods or wherever you shop to get your oranges, and then I can give them to you. But I have to have them first. Or else it's just rhetoric, right? It's just talk if I don't actually end up having them to give to you. So the same thing goes with love or any other beautiful quality that we want or desire to have given to us, first of all, but then also if we were to give it to someone else. Anyone that you can think of that is pretty bad at giving love is generally because they don't have it within themselves to give. Again, obvious, right? But some might fight that fact. But if you find that, all you have is anger, hatred, contempt, then that's all you're going to get back, because you only get what you give. And whether you like it or not, sometimes what's reflected onto us is only what we've been giving out. And so when it comes to love, again, we have to have that love inside of us and also for ourselves. This is the same love that we were given by our Creator. So I'm not talking about any kind of conceited or, any kind of love for oneself that is, over-exaggerated. Don't get me wrong. It's obvious that I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a true, pure love that, like I mentioned, given from our Creator, that we're supposed to have not only for Him, but for ourselves first, and then for our neighbor. So this is the kind of thing that we can only dream to have in our life, that's filled with so much hatred and terrible things, that we hear about every day. It's one of the reasons why I haven't watched the news in probably, 4 or 5 years. It's just because I decided that I don't want to be filled with that, especially before going to bed at nighttime. So doing things that are going to, make me a better person and that will inspire me and motivate me. Those are the things that I listen to at nighttime before I go to bed, and that's going to help me to feel that sort of love for myself, and then therefore I can give it to others. And so that goes for everyone. So again, you can't give what you don't have, and hopefully that's something that you can think about, sleep on, get up the next day and see how you can import it more in your life every day. So anyway, those are my few words for the day. And yes, I did it! Another video!